Welcome, my lovely students. So, my dear students, if I talk about this topic, sources of food means the place or the living organism from which we are obtaining our food. So, for example, the two main sources that we will discuss here is plant and animals. That means we will discuss about plant sources and we will discuss about animal sources. So my dear students, plants and animals are the major sources of food that provide us variety or the kinds of food which we eat in our daily life. For example, from plants, we obtain products like we obtain vegetables, we obtain fruits, we obtain various cereals like wheat and rice. Similarly, from animals, we obtain materials or the food items like meat, chicken, milk, and various milk products. So, all these sources are the sources of food. In the same way, we can define this as the place or the living organism from which we obtain food is known as sources of food. So, firstly, we will have brief idea about plants. Plants are those organisms which can make their own food with the help of sunlight, and hence they are known as producers. One more thing that we use for plants is, student, autotrophs. What other thing we use for plants is autotrophs. So students, plants are producers and also they are known as autotrophs. If I try to break this term or meaning of this term, then auto means self and trops means organism who eat food. So my dear student, what autotrophs means? Autotrophs are those organisms who can prepare their own food. So autotrophs are those organisms who can prepare their own food. So now I come to the next category, that is sources of food by animals. So now we will talk about the sources of food by animals. See students, as plants are known as producers as well as autotrophs. In the similar way, animals are known as consumers, and the another term used for animals is heterotrophs. Again, I would like to break this term. Hetero means different. Trophs means organisms who eat food. So, the organisms which cannot prepare their food and they depend on different sources of organisms, be it plant or particular animals, are known as heterotrophs. So, heterotrophs are those organisms which cannot prepare their own food but depend on other for their food. Now, if I continue this topic, students, we have different plants parts. Obviously, plants have different parts. So we have roots, we have stems, we have flowers, we have leaves, and we can say we have seeds as well. As you can see from the picture, it shows us flowers, stem, fruit, leaf, and roots. So my dear students, as I have already discussed parts of plant, so now here firstly we will talk about parts of plant that can be eaten. So we will talk about those parts of plant those we can eat. So students, these are the different parts of plant that you observe in your daily life. These different types of food obtained from these parts of the plant. If we talk about root, the plant part root which can be eaten as food is radish, carrot, etc. As you can see from the picture, these are the roots that we can eat. So the example that we can take here, eaten as food, is potato, sugarcane, etc. Now when it comes to flowers, we can have different sources of food, like we have rose, which is used as food item. It is also used to prepare the juices like sharbat, which we used to have in summer. So my dear students, another big modification of flower that we eat is cauliflower, etc. The next is fruits. There are ample of fruits that are available in the market, which we can eat like apple, banana, orange, mango, etc. Then we comes on modification of leaves, which can be used as food. So the part of leaves which we can eat as food are spinach, which is palak, cabbage, etc. Next and the last is seeds. So for the seeds, we can have examples as wheat or rice grains which are used as seeds. So these were the different types of the sources which the plant types were used, or different parts of the plants are used to obtain food items. So students, I think everything is clear. I think you got to know what are sources of food by plants and from animals. So if still there is any kind of a confusion or doubt, you can ask anytime and we will continue. Thank you so much for listening, my lovely students. Thank you.